Have you ever wondered how to make more money than you ever imagined? Maybe financially independent, retire, become a multimillionaire? In this video, I'm going to share with you a technique, a tool. I'm going to share with you a success story of one of my really good friends that did a very simple process, and he actually became worth $15 million before he turned 30 and has went on to tremendous heights since then. And so this is a very, very powerful video. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Having a nice day. It's a beautiful view today and enjoying those red rocks. So if you enjoy today's video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, bell notification, all that fun stuff. My free success hypnosis is right there down below. It's jakeshypnosis.com right there down below. It's my free success hypnosis to reprogram your subconscious mind for financial success. And this is an amazing, very simple to implement formula to attract more money into your life. And I think you're really going to enjoy it. So let me know what you think. Okay, so I wanted to share this story because it's going to help you earn more money quicker, faster, and probably easier, and it's going to reaffirm the path that you're on. So my friend was in his early 20s, and he read a book called Think and Grow Rich that a lot of people have heard about. And he wrote on the piece of paper that he was going to be worth $15 million by the time he was 30 years old. He didn't know how to do it, and he just decided that he was going to start, right? And he ended up getting into the mining business, natural resource and commodities, and he ended up selling his first company for $15 million when he was 29 years old, and went on to do a lot bigger and better things. As a publicly traded company on the New York Stock Exchange, just raised $100 million, and incredibly successful individual, right? And so I want to distill how he was able to do that so that it can hopefully help you in your life. I asked a lot of people to submit what type of topics you want to see on videos, and most of them were about money. Over the last 24 months, a lot of people lost their jobs, people declared non-essential by the government, and people are trying to figure out, how do I get ahead financially so that I have more freedom? We've got inflation at record levels, and so purchasing power is going down. So you got to figure out how to earn more money. And so I thought, well, what's step number one out of what my buddy did? Is he actually decided he was going to get rich. And, that sounds like very money mindset and overly simplified, but just think about the fact of how many people never decide that they will get rich. They will. I will get rich. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll make the sacrifice. I'll build my life around it. I'm going to get rich. Very few people actually make that decision. A lot of people want to be rich, but they also want to be comfortable. They want to stay where they are. A lot of people want to be rich, but they don't want to take the responsibility for their financial life. And if you think about it, our world has conditioned us to think we don't control our finances. That's just the way you are. It's dependent on where you went to school, or who you are, or who your parents were, or how the system is. It's just all designed to make us believe that we don't have control over that, right? People understand they have control over their weight. People understand, for the most part, you have control over, a lot of facets of your health. But a lot of people don't believe they have control over their finances. And you have to decide that you will become rich. You have to decide that you're going to be someone with money. And the very first step is to disassociate yourself from your present life circumstances, from your present bank account, to close your eyes, imagine the life that you're going to live. And then we get into the details of how you can do that. But that's the very first step. And that's why I always talk about my free financial success hypnosis. If you haven't used it yet, it's right there down below. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's my free financial success hypnosis to reprogram your subconscious mind, because a lot of times people get fired. Like, you listen to a video, right, like this, and you get fired up. and you go, well, I'm gonna become rich. And then life hits you in the face a week later and you just go back to where you were. But it all happens to be controlled by subconscious programming, by habitual behaviors and habitual thinking. Most of those have been programmed to keep you broke or in a very mediocre financial life. But you can reprogram it. So it's jakeshypnosis.com. It's right there down below and it's free to use. So you've decided you're going to be rich. You work through all those belief systems that you have about that. And then the next thing is the income earning roadmap, the income earning model that you're using. My friend decided he was going to be an entrepreneur. He was going to become a business owner. And what most people do is they decide they're going to be rich, but they're trading their time for money at a very low income job. And then they take it out on their boss. It's not your boss's fault. You're on the wrong income earning roadmap. I like to say you're in two businesses. The one that produces your current income and the one you would like to be. And the people that get very rich, what happens is they find a need in the marketplace of needs. Everybody has needs. They need their house cleaned. The world needs battery metals for electric vehicles. People need consulting on how to market their products and services better. People need massages. People need cameras. People need people to fix their internets. There's a billion needs. So it's highly likely that you have a value or a skill or an interest that you can get better at, and you can offer it to the marketplace of needs. My friend's was that he focused on minerals and metals that were important for batteries. He had a specific need. Well, the second phase of that is how you're doing it. It is impossible to get rich if you are trading your time for money and you have a low ceiling. You can get rich if you're trading your time for money and there's a higher ceiling. Like if the top 1% in your field are making 10 times more than you, if you get better at what you do, you can be like them, right? But then the second phase of that is how you're doing it. And for most people, they become very rich either two ways. Either starting your own business or having a skill that you can provide to someone else's vision. It's called an entrepreneur. You're in another entrepreneur's vision and you're a very important contributing factor because you have a skill. Steve Ballmer, he's the owner of the Los Angeles Clippers basketball team. He's a multi-billionaire. He did not start his own thing. He became the CEO of Microsoft. He had a skill. His was sales. They brought him on in the early stages. He got equity in it. And that happens a lot. There are entrepreneurs that become wealthy. So a lot of times people say, well, I'm not going to start my own business. It's fine. You need a skill that you can provide value to people, to your company, to clients, to customers, to the world. And it doesn't need to be overly complicated. Let's just break this down in a simple way, right? Here's a simple way to think about it. There are people that are broke as house cleaners. Does that mean you shouldn't be a house cleaner? No, you might just need a better roadmap. There are people that have become very rich owning house cleaning businesses. There's the Minute Maid, is like a popular national house cleaning service. What did that person do? Maybe they were a house cleaner, but they realized they only had so many hours in a day. They could only trade their time to clean so many houses. So they started hiring other people. You're paid for the need for what you do and how well you do it. And how well you do it is based off how many people you serve. So they shifted their model. There are people that are broke as massage therapists. Well, the people that created Massage Envy and many other massage companies are very rich. What's the difference? They changed their income earning roadmap. Maybe they still did massage because they love it, but what else did they do? They built a business, they brought other masseuses on, maybe they trained in a certain model, or maybe they got really good at Facebook ads, so they learned how to get more clients for massages, and they offered them to other masseuses. Then you get a cut off all that. All of a sudden, you're in a different income earning roadmap, you're scaling. And what my friend did is he had a scalable business. What a lot of people do is they watch videos that say you just need to hustle harder. Just hustle harder, bro. You just need to hustle, bro. Just do it, bro. But there's only 24 hours in a day. You can only work so hard if you're on the wrong income earning model. Yes, you can increase your income if you work harder. I'm sure of it. We all can, right? But there's only 24 hours in a day. And I learned this the hard way. I had to change my entire business model. I didn't know anything about business. I just knew that I had these books and I wanted to become an author and a speaker. And I realized there was only so much money I could make at my income model. Maybe I could increase it more, but there was a limit. I had to change my entire business model to things that had more leverage and more scale. And you can do the exact same thing with almost anything, whether it's house cleaning, whether it's masseuse work, whether it's plumbing, whether it's accounting, whether it's finance. You could do it with everything. It's just a matter of how your business is and raising your income ceiling. Your income ceiling is just a term that I coined as, if all things go well for you, how much money can you really earn? But if you raise your income ceiling, you raise the potential income you could earn, right? And then that's when things really start to shift, right? That's what Rich Dad, Poor Dad and Robert Kiyosaki, the whole book's about, is that rich people don't work for money directly. They build services and provide needs that are more scalable, so it allows them to increase the ceiling on how much money they can earn. And that's what my friend did. And then number 3 is not settling, right? So number 1 is truly deciding you are going to get rich. The same way you decide, how do you decide you're going to go to the gym? You don't get in your car, pull out of the driveway and go, it's too far away, I'm going to pull back in the driveway. You walk back in the house and your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend like, I thought you were going to the gym. Well, it's too hard. What do you mean? You just get in the car and you drive there. Well, it's too far. Yeah, but just get in the car and drive there. It's too far away. I don't know how. Yeah, you do. You just get in the car and you drive. But that's what we do with our income. We go, I'm going to double my income. I'm going to go from $1,000 to $5,000 a month. I'm going to go from 5 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 50. Whatever the number is, it's irrelevant. But we start and then we stop because we don't get the progress that we want quick enough, or we don't know how, and we psych ourselves out. There's a quote by Tony Robbins that he says all the time that most people overestimate what they can accomplish in 1 year, and they underestimate what they can accomplish in 10. Most people overestimate how much money they could make in 1 year, and then they don't make it, and then they stop. And they go, well, see, the financial system's rigged, society's rigged, I'm not that smart, I can't do it. But they underestimate what they can accomplish in 10 years. So number 1 is decide. My friend actually wrote on a piece of paper, and I encourage you to do it too. Pull out a pen and pad and write out your financial goal. In his early 20s, he says, I'm going to be worth $15 million by the time I'm 30. He has no idea how he's going to do it. He just knows he's going to do it. He wants it. And he's not going to psych himself out of it. So number 1 is you write that down on a piece of paper. And number 2 is you go make it happen. You make it a high value of yours. You don't say things like, whoa, money's not that important. At least I'm happy. Because it's hard to be broke. And it's hard to make a lot of money too. The choice is which one is worth the pain for you. And this has to do with your value system. There's going to be difficulty when you're broke. You're not going to be able to go on a trip you want. You can't buy a new car when your old car breaks. You can't retire your mom. You can't get the health or dental care you need, whatever it is. That's hard. You go, well, I'm content. Yeah, but it's hard to not have those things, right? It's hard to have your options severely limited in life. It's also hard to rebuild your life. It's hard to say no to stagnant friends, mediocre friends, stop seeing them, stop going as long. It's hard to read books, right? But it's also hard to sit around and watch Netflix because it saps you of your energy. It's hard to scroll the internet. It's also hard to read 1 book a week. The average CEO reads 52 books a year. It's hard to do that, but it's also hard to stay where you are. It's hard to stress every month about money. I think that's the hardest thing. I didn't want to stress about money anymore, right? Like, I'm not as rich as my friend, but by the time I was 30, I was worth over $3 million. I was a millionaire by the time I was 28 years old. It's not that great compared to what I could do or compared to what other people do, but it's a lot better than I thought I could do. And you could do the same thing too. So I always say you're in 2 businesses. You've decided you're going to be rich. Step number 2 is your income roadmap. raising your income ceiling. So the business that you're in now and the business that you'd like to be in. And this is important because a lot of times people go, well, I'm just going to quit my job and start my business. Well, what about keeping your job, saving as much of that money as you can, giving yourself less stress and pressure on your business so you can build it, because most people overestimate what they can accomplish in a year and they underestimate what they can accomplish in 10 years. So starting to build the proper income roadmaps, which relies off of studying. Deciding you're going to read one financial book a week. That changed my life. I didn't know how to make money and I didn't know if I really could. But I decided I was going to figure it out and I was going to try. So I started reading a financial book every single week. All different types, sometimes money mindset, sometimes business books. And then number 3 is never settling. Here's what my friend did. He was in his early 20s. He decided he was going to be this big successful mining executive, but he was broke. Very broke. His girlfriend, who's now his wife, she was just like, what do we do? Right? He's like tempted, do I give up? Do I quit? But he didn't settle. He saw himself in step number 1 with a vision. He saw himself being a successful mining executive. He saw it clearly. And he didn't allow the outer circumstances in his life to sully his imagination, to muddy the images that he had in his mind. They were real to him. And what most people do, and I don't want it to be you, is you get a vision, but then it doesn't happen, and you look at the light photons in your bank account, and you look at the circumstances in your life, and you go, I can't do it, or it's too hard, or it's not possible. That was a nice video, but it's easier for them to say. And then your bank account starts to control your thinking. Does your thinking control your bank account, or does your bank account control your thinking? Most people, their bank account controls their thinking. They get inspired, they say, I'm going to do it, and then after a couple months, they look at their debt or their bank account and say, I'm broke, I can't do it, it's too hard. Or does your thinking control your bank account? Build that picture, build that image, and do not settle. Say, I am going to make $100,000 a year. I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be financially independent. I'm going to go from $1,000 a month to $3,000 a month. I'm going to do it. I'm going to figure it out. And I'm going to eliminate every person, every circumstance and situation that tells me otherwise. I'm going to reassess the values of my life and how I invest my time. I'm going to reprioritize it. I'm going to get rid of Netflix. I'm going to get rid of shooting the shit with my buddies. I'm going to start reading more books. I'm going to start spending more time on the business that I want to build in the future. And that's when things radically shift. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Right there down below is my free success hypnosis. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's right there down below. It's my free success hypnosis to help you reprogram your subconscious mind. A lot of people work hard, but then what happens is they're subconsciously programmed to be broke. So when they get money, they blow it, or they work really hard and they spin themselves, into the ground, and they never end up making any progress because they're on the wrong income earning roadmap, or they have very self-defeating belief systems. You have to reprogram your subconscious mind. I always say brainwash yourself before the world brainwashes you. Everybody's hypnotized. So some people are like, were you a hypnotist? No, I'm not a hypnotist, but everybody is hypnotized. Technically, we're all our own hypnotists. The question is, are you programming yourself for financial success, or are you programming yourself for financial failure? My free success hypnosis is right there down below. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's my free financial success hypnosis in the description and pinned to the comments. You can start to use it every day. About 1 million people from all over the world have used it. Let me know in the comments of the positive success stories that you've had from using it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and bell notification. A lot of people saying they're not getting notified for my videos, so make sure you hit the bell notification. Give me a comment down below if you enjoyed this video. This video took me a lot of time. This is a long video. I hope you enjoyed this video. So if you do, that's my intention. I asked people recently, what type of content could I help you the most with, and finances was number 1. There's a lot of people struggling right now financially, and the intention of this video is to help you, to give you the tools and the roadmaps you can change your financial life so that you can take control of your destiny, so you have more freedom, so that you can help those around you. Because money helps you extend the good that you could do far beyond your own physical presence. You can help your children, your community, your grandmother. You can give people jobs. You can do all types of great stuff when you have money, and you find once you have it, you never really think about it anymore. It's when you don't have it that you're always thinking about it, and you can change that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this success story. Let me know in the comments right there down below. Be sure to get my free success hypnosis. I'll see you on the next video.